All right. I thought I would record how I've been troubleshooting and updating the bird feeder just for anyone who's interested. So, on my screen here, I have the live stream studio editor panel. And from here, I can type in chats that will go to the bot. And if the bot is running, it'll receive those chats and respond. So, looks like it is running. I should have got a response, and I did. But what I'm going to do now is talk through what I've added. So essentially, there were a couple of enthusiastic chatters way up here that fed the birds 10 times a day for a couple days, and it completely drained the feeder, and I don't want to have to buy more seed every 3 days because that's annoying. And a trip to Costco isn't very close, or it's cheaper. So what I've done is I've implemented a new daily limit to the amount of times you can feed. And the way I went about doing that was by editing the way the dictionaries are created and updated in the Python script. So before, all it would do was create a very simple dictionary, and pretty easily update the dictionary. I gotta make sure I don't have any passwords in here really quick. Okay, no. I forgot I put those into a text file that's read in, so there's no chance of seeing anything weird here. But anyways, I'd have a dictionary that was a basic key and value pair, and when a new user was found, it would create a new dictionary entry for them, with the key being the command and the username. So for example, Patagonian duck exclamation point feed would become a new key in the dictionary, and the value, what I'd put for the value for that key is just the time. So the next time I notice that some username has used a command, I can look it up in the dictionary, and if it's there, I can reference the old time versus the new time and see if it's been 5 seconds or 30 seconds or a day or whatever. The problem is I needed to make some arbitrary amount of times that someone can feed the birds in a day. So at the top, I've added a new global setting. I know this is the best practice, but I've got a new setting called feed daily maximum, and you can set this to any number. If it's 0, then there's no maximum per day. It'll only go based on time between the feed command, and you can even turn that off. But right now, the way it's set up is that I have a interval in seconds of 5. So you can feed the birds as long as you wait 5 seconds before you last fed them. The new introduction of the daily maximum creates a limit so that you can only do the feed command twice within a 24-hour period. So to accommodate for that new setting, what I do is when a new user is found, it creates an entry in the dictionary, but instead of just being a time object, it is an array of time objects that is the size of the daily feeding maximum, with a minimum of 1 in the case that you turn the setting off. It will always have an array of at least size 1. And then when it detects a command, it's going to check a couple things. The main new function is this one called hit daily limit. and it returns true or false. So if hit daily limit, you put in the key, which again is the username and the command, and then the time of that message. And that's all it needs to know. It will check to see what is the global value. I guess I don't really need that there because I'm not modifying it, but I like to have it close by so I don't forget what the global value is actually called. And I will be modifying the dictionary, I believe. So, or maybe not in this function, but essentially it will check to see if the oldest time in the array, which is an ordered list of most recent to oldest successful feed commands, keyword being successful. It will check to see if the last one in there is greater than 24 hours old, and if it is, it will say no, you've not hit the daily limit, because let's say your second one was 26 hours ago, your first one was 13 hours ago. Well, that's only one in a 24-hour period. So it will go ahead and adjust this so you can not see my neck. Let's see. Just a talking face. And it'll return. Now, that comes from this tailored response. The tailored response essentially cycles through a command once it's been found. So let me back up even more. This respond is called when a chat or the API detects that there's a new chat object. It will cycle through the text and parse the list for the presence of a command. And if the command exists, we're going to launch this tailored response piece, assuming that there is a entry for this user in the dictionary. If not, it'll just go ahead and launch stuff and skip some things and create the new user in the dictionary. Now, but assuming they already are in the dictionary, the tailored response is a little different because there are a couple possibilities. Either it's successful, or they need to wait a few seconds in the case that they haven't hit their daily limit, or it's possible that they have hit their daily limit. So it's going to check and see, okay, check the dictionary array to see if the oldest value is at least 24 hours old. And it does that with some date time conversion stuff. Very simple. And if that's true, it'll tell them you have reached your daily limit. So it's a bit more friendly than you have to wait 10,000 seconds before the next one, which is why I did it this way. And then if that is false, they haven't hit their daily limit, well, it's going to fall back on the next check, which is have you waited a certain amount of time before feeding again. So I don't want people to get on and use, let's say they have a daily limit of 10. I don't want them to get on and feed it 10 times. I want them to have a waiting period in between those times, because otherwise they might just drain it at once a day. But in this case, it should limit them to only use it when they actually want to and not abuse it as much. We'll see. Another option to do this would be some kind of increasing delay. So your first two have a 30-second limit and then the next one's 5 minutes. But that would be a bit more complicated solution, I think. But anyways, I thought I'd record now the introduction of, what was I going to add? I think I was just going to add like a God mode. Let me push this branch first. Tested, working, daily limit. Oh, wait a minute. What do I want this to be set to, actually? Let's go, we'll do a 30 seconds feels like forever sometimes, and then a maximum of 2. I feel like that's solid. So we will add those changes, commit with tested working daily limit of 2. Holy. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Good old typos. And let me just turn this off for 1 second. Bear with me, everyone. Then we'll do something a little more interesting in like 10 seconds. Okay, so we've created that branch and we'll merge that eventually. Okay, so let's bring this back here. Oops, there we go. So yeah, I wanted to add now kind of a God mode. So see, maybe I should merge this really quick. Hooray, no conflicts, I think. Feed maximum. I don't even know what this was called. Feed daily maximum. These are horrible names. To limit amount of times feed in a 24-hour period. That's a better description. Do that. Merge. Beautiful. All right, so now those are in the code base. Excellent. Oh, excuse me. So back to Python, we will go back to main. What? What has changed? Oh my gosh. You know what? Fine. Switch back to 30 seconds. I hate having to do this every damn time. I should have just like a settings thing that I don't track via the git ignore, so that then I don't have to worry about git picking up those changes when I am testing stuff. Whoa, 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 whoa. So since I've already merged that branch, what have I done? Yeah, this is one ahead, so that's fine. Okay, now I need to switch off this branch. Ah. Sorry, we lost the screen. Okay. Even better now. So anyways, now I want to basically explain how to do God mode. This is already a 14-minute video, but screw it. If someone's watching this long, I'll watch the rest maybe. So check out God, or yeah, say like testing mode. mode. Because God mode is blasphemy. Let's see. So we'll just go down here. And we'll make a brand new global. Maybe at the top, honestly. This global's everywhere, dude. It sucks. This whole thing needs to be refactored. Okay. Debug mode equals. Oh, that's that's what I needed to do with the dictionary, actually. So two things. Debug mode, because there are some times where I want the program to respond as if I'm a regular user, like when I'm testing the daily limit. I want it to limit me. However, there are other times when I'm using YouTube to call the motor so I can troubleshoot the physical motor and make sure that's working. And I don't want to be rate limited and wait 30 seconds every time I'm testing that stuff. So I'll probably leave debug mode on true. Although maybe it should be God mode. Bypass mode. We'll call it God mode. So it's kind of different than debug. Bypass feeding limits for my channel name. So then we gotta go to feed. There's like a freaking my channel name. Here we go. Respond message. So this check is to prevent it from responding to myself or the program itself. But if I put test in the message, then it will go through this. So I'm testing, and then I can get down to respond, which is up here. And respond. Oh my gosh. And fetch the new main after I freaking pulled it. My goodness. It's back. Fetch. Get pull. On branch testing mode. No. We'll delete that branch. Go back to main. Then we pull. Modified on disk. Yes. Definition of respond. That looks a lot better. Now we will get checkout -b. Create a new branch called God mode. Okay. Now in here. Okay. Users in dictionary. So at the top, let's say check. Yeah. If message.author.name my channel name if what do we call it? God mode. We'll say author equals good old debug stuff. Okay, that looks good. And then we will say rich command author name. Okay. And then we will I am not sure how you do if statements in Python, so whoops. So if it's me, okay, if God mode is enabled and the author of that message name is equal to my channel name, then we will just go ahead and do things and return from this function because we don't want to do anything else. If not, we won't do any of that. So let me just make sure I got those globals right. God mode and my channel name. Okay, it's not called that because I haven't created it yet. Yeah, we'll leave it there. Why not? Okay, so close this, restart it. Invalid syntax. It's probably just one ampersand for a multiple if statement. All right, so it's running. So I'll bring up the YouTube window. So many dang things open. All right. Now the interval is 30 seconds, right? Variable command reference before assignment. Yeah, 30 seconds. 425. Let's go there. Each command. Let's see. So yeah, that's kind of true. We want it to be in there. Some random return in here. Bypass limits and turn from. Else treat as normal user. So yeah, we could probably make this a little cleaner. We could probably refactor this function a little bit too. It's getting a little messy. Okay, let's try sending a command again. And we get this exact same thing. Because it goes here. Okay, so this goes here. I'll strip this out. This is where we want everything. Else not God mode. I really should have this like at the top though. Makes more sense to me. Oh well. Isn't debugging fun? And we got another error. Oh no. Okay. Got a response. God mode is enabled, so we should not be rate limited by 30 seconds. God mode enabled, and my channel name is my channel name. Okay, we fed. Excellent. All right, so now let's turn God mode off. And restart the script. And now we should be limited. And it says, sorry, you must wait. Wonderful. Okay, now you'll notice I've had multiple feed commands, but only two, have been successful. No, one has been successful. Fed once with God mode off. And then I'm treated as a normal user. Go feed. All right, now we should have two successful feed commands in my user dictionary. Gonna try again. And yeah, we've reached the day limit. So it won't even tell me that I have to wait because I've reached the day limit, which is better than the other way around. Okay, so this branch is done. Oh wait, I'm already on God mode. Okay, added God mode global to bypass rate limits. And I should probably leave it on. Okay, it's God mode. And let me get this again. Goodness, it's so annoying. I should just show everyone my personal access token, honestly. Who cares? All right, so we've made the God mode branch. Let me minimize this. Go back to GitHub. We're going to make a pull request for this branch. Left on as true. Pull request. Merge, confirm. Beautiful. PR review done. Okay. Go back here. We're going to check main, get fetch, get status, get pull. Beautiful. So now we're on main with the God mode changes. So now what we're going to do is one more edit in this probably, yeah, it's already 30 minutes. One more edit in this development video, I'm going to solve another problem that I have. So currently the script, if no one's chatting for a long period of time, the chat object will die, and currently I have it solved where it'll just respawn the script itself and attach to the newly created chat object. I'm going to keep that functionality, but now that I've added a dictionary that needs to know things 24 hours in the past, that's not going to persist if the script keeps restarting because it's just an object in the Python script. So I'm going to have to write that out to a file, which I believe happens as a pickle. And I haven't really used pickles before, and it's going to require a few changes with the dictionary. So maybe I'll create a separate video for this because this one's already getting pretty long. Yeah, we'll do that.